Hey guys, sorry if I say like a lot in this video and I keep like walking around and stuff. It's just because there's lots of examples that I have to show you outside and I'm just trying to fill up the awkwardness. So sorry if I use the word like a lot in this video, and you'll understand what I mean when you start watching it. Hi guys, it's Hamster Girl C14, and today I'm going to be telling you some safety tips when bringing your hamster outside. So I don't have my hamsters outside right now just because I brought them out yesterday and I don't want them to get too adapted to the outside life. Also, I don't want my hamsters to get dehydrated just because it's a bit warm out. Also, you want to make sure the weather is good. That's like the first thing you need to do. Make sure the weather is good. If you don't want to make sure the weather isn't too hot or too cold, because your hamster might like hibernate, or they might like get really tired out, like really dehydrated. So make sure it's not like really hot out or like really cold. So make sure it's like in the low 70s in Fahrenheit, so like 69 Fahrenheit, 70 Fahrenheit. Just like make sure it's like coolish, but not like really hot, because then your hamster will get dehydrated. You want to watch your hamster. That is like an obvious thing, but make sure you watch your hamster so it doesn't like eat the grass or like go underneath the thing or like run into the street or whatever. Just like make sure you watch your hamster so it will be safe. So just like keep watching it, make sure it doesn't like run away or whatever. Just watch your hamster. So you want to make sure that there aren't any birds in the skies. So there are some right now. So make sure there aren't any birds out here. You also want to make sure that there aren't any birds in any of the trees. So check your trees, make sure there aren't any birds in them. Just because you don't want the birds to come down and pick up their hamster, because they might mistake it as like a mouse or something, and they might carry them off and eat them or something, or do something worse, but I don't want to get into details. Your hamster to be going near here, so like you don't want them to be going over here, like near your driveway or like near the street, just because like when people walk their dogs, the dogs may go to the bathroom like along here, so you don't want them to be like eating grass that a dog went to the bathroom on. So yeah, that wouldn't be very good. Also, you want to make sure that your hamster doesn't go by the roads again, just because like if they run off, like if they just start to like run, they could run into the street, and sometimes the street is really hot, and also cars drive on the street. So your hamster could get run over by a car, because cars are a lot bigger than hamsters, and the car might not see the hamster. So make sure your hamster doesn't run into the street. That brings me to my next point. You should always make sure you have a playpen. I know like some people let your hamster like run around just like in the grass and stuff, but like I recommend using a playpen, just because like if your hamster starts to like bolt and you can't like, because like the hamsters are really fast, like dwarf hamsters are really fast, and if they start running like running really fast, you might not be able to catch them in time and you may not see them again. So that's why I recommend having a playpen, just to keep your hamsters protected in a safe area. When you're using the playpen, make sure your hamster doesn't dig underneath the bottom. So like when the playpen is like sitting down and your hamster starts to dig, they can dig underneath the playpen and escape. So make sure you press the playpen down firmly so your hamster can't dig underneath it. Make sure your hamster doesn't go into any holes or any tubes. So you want to make sure there aren't any holes, so like rabbit holes, snake holes, any other holes like that. Also, if you have like a hose, so we have our hose right here. We also have a hose in the backyard. But if there's like a hose with a big enough opening in it, your hamster might be able to crawl inside of it, and you might not get your hamster back. Also, if you have any gutters, So like, here I'm gonna go to our gutters. So like, gutters, your hamster might crawl into the gutter right here and you might not get them back. Also, here's an example of a hole. Like, you don't want them to be like crawling in there. It's like there's a hole down in there, but I don't really need to show you that. Just like check around, make sure there aren't any holes or any tubes that your hamster can get stuck in. Make sure your hamster doesn't dig into the grass. So like if your hamster starts to dig in here, they can tunnel under the ground and you might not see your hamster for a while and you're probably gonna lose them. And then if you do end up finding your hamster outside, your hamster might like attack you because they adapted to the wildlife. Make sure your hamster doesn't eat the grass because you don't know if the grass is chemically treated. Ask your parents if your grass is chemically treated. Also, sometimes they might put like signs up. So like, here's a sign that says our grass is chemically treated. It's right there next to the mailbox. You want to make sure it's not chemically treated. Bring your hamster outside after they mowed the lawn. So like, our grass hasn't been mowed yet. So right now is a really bad time to bring them outside because the grass can sometimes be taller than the hamster, and when your hamster's like running inside of the playpen, it could get like, you could not be able to find it. So like if your hamster's like running in the playpen and the grass is like bigger than the hamster and you're like watching and all of a sudden your hamster disappears. Sorry, a bug crawled on my leg. All of a sudden like your hamster just like disappears. You like won't be able to, because like the grass is taller and so like you have to like search through the grass to make sure like you can't, like your hamster's still there. So make sure you just mow it after, make sure you bring your hamster out after you mowed it so you can spot your hamster easily. You don't set the playpen in muddy areas, like so like you don't want to bring your hamster outside after it rained, just because like if you put the playpen like on top of a muddy spot and your hamster like runs around in there, your hamster's feet will get all dirty and your hamster could like roll around in it, and then you're gonna have to like somehow clean the hamster, which like won't work at all because hamsters have special oils on them that keeps them clean. And also you don't want your hamster to clean themselves, so like they'd like lick themselves and then they could be eating, like licking or like tasting something that's not good for them. So just make sure that you don't like bring your hamster outside after it's rained or put the playpen on something muddy. Also, you don't want to put your playpen on something dirty, just like you don't want to put it on like dirt, so like plain dirt. So like you don't want to put the playpen on like this. So like if you just plop the playpen right down here and you let your hamster run around here, yeah, that's not good because, again, your hamster might lick the dirt off of themselves. So just make sure you don't do that. Changing scenery. You also want to keep your hamster away from anthills because you don't want like the ants to come out and like bite your hamster or whatever. You don't want your hamster eating the bugs. So just keep your hamster away from anthills. Also make sure there aren't any bees or any mosquitoes, just because like they could sting the hamster or they can like get on the hamster or something. Also, you just want to make sure your hamster doesn't pick up any mites or anything from being outside. Also, bugs, so there's an ant. If you have a dog, you want to keep your playpen away from where your dogs go to the bathroom, just because like dogs go to the bathroom and you don't want your hamster to be like running on like where your dog went to the bathroom. Also, you want to keep your time limited outside, just because like you don't want your hamster to become adapted to the outside. Don't bring your hamster out too often, but you do want to bring your hamster outside like a couple times, just because your hamsters are very active and very curious, so they just want to explore new things. So, but keep the time limited. So like maybe 10 minutes per hamster, or like 10 minutes for like one hamster or whatever. So you just don't want them outside too long. Also don't want to put your hamster on like your driveway, just like the plain driveway. Make sure you put newspaper or some plastic shower curtain down, just so your hamster doesn't like go into the, like, doesn't burn themselves. In my last video, my hamsters were on my deck. That's because my grass is chemically treated and I don't want my hamster to be eating the grass or like being in it. So that's why I bring my hamsters outside on my deck. You can do that too. You can put them on the deck or you can put them on the driveway with like some newspaper, because they don't have to be in the grass. They can be in on the driveway. I actually recommend that more than being on the grass. So that is my safety tips for bringing your hamster outside. If you have any questions, comment below. Also, this information, like briefly, is in the description bar below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and request any videos you would like me to do.